Panjendriya meditation is specific to Maharishi, and in simple steps he takes us to the depth. Today I will just give some instructions to do the meditation. The basis for our meditation is Arutperatral. Arutperatral is nothing but the divine magnetism. The place in which we are seated is surrounded by divine vibrations, and Arutperatral we call it familiarly. And this Arutperatral is almost occupying the entire space. And this Arutperatral has the divinity in it, Arun Peratral, and it is filling the entire space. By nature, it has got the surrounding self-compressive pressure force. So you are surrounded by the Arutperatral all over in all directions, and you feel as though you are in a pool of water with water all over, above, below, front, back, everywhere. And the nature of this Arutperatral is the surrounding self-compressive pressure force, which is progressively increasing and penetrating. We see divinity everywhere around us, and it is pressing us in all possible directions. And the space is embracing you all, individually and collectively. And as per Maharishi's description, it is progressively increasing force is compressing you, and so at one point it enters into you, and the force that has entered into you is joining the biomagnetic circulation, and this being with the least frequency, it is occupying the middle portion, the axis of our biomagnetic field, and it is expanding from the place around the core, layer by layer, orbitally, to fill the entire body. The whole body is filled by Aruperatal, and you are feeling the self-compressive pressure force. And now I request you to look into the Aruperatal. The Aruperatal is nothing but the divine energy, divine force, which is filling all over and self-compressive, endowed with the mighty force, consciousness, time, everything. And this is compressing us, and as it compresses, it fills our entire body and outside also. Now, within our body, you have the Arutperatral, Outside you also you have the earth sphere. Within your body is the fraction, and in the whole space outside is the totality. And the force of the totality is much more. And in your meditation, you are from Agnya or Turiya. You are connecting to the universal magnetism. The universal magnetism is so big, it is Mahakasa, and at enormous pressure and power. The connecting yourself with the totality being fraction, the energy connects to your microcosm and it is naturally track coming to into your body, and you are able to visualize this red paratal, the divine energy, and it is entering into your Surya and joining the biomagnetism. And from the universal field, it enters into you and it enters to your eyes. Both the eyeballs are getting connected with the energy coming down from the universe into you. And now you are feeling the eyeballs are getting filled with the divine energy. As it is getting filled, you are able to feel the pressure building in both the eyeballs, something similar to your Agnya or Turiya. You are able to feel the heaviness and the pressure in both the eyeballs. The eyeballs are looking different. Usually it is filled with biomagnetism. Now it is with the divine energy, the mighty absolute space, and the eyeballs are fluorescent now with the divine energy. The eyeballs appear different, you feel different, and it is something like the mighty earth filling your eyes, and it's brighter than the usual time, and the energy is being fluorescent is seen clearly, and from the eyeballs they penetrate the lids and enter into the universal field where we are all sitting, participating in the meditation. And when the divine energy comes to you from your eyes and falls on the objects in front, you see differently. The energy which is coming out of your eyeballs is divine, and it enters your body through the eyes, and all of us share the same divine energy or peratral. And once this has happened, when we see differently. It is through the divine force, absolute force, and we are able to see more than what we usually routinely see. Our vision has become divine, it is penetrative, and it has the love and compassion inherent in the divine vibrations. Now, what all you see is filled with love and divinity, and your own body is with full of love and compassion. And this Maharishi calls her Peratral. And it changes your perception to divinity, and what all you see now with your eyes is becoming the divine. It is with the mighty energy you are able to see everything around you, and the consciousness works with the order of function, and your vision is now with a mighty force and the divine consciousness exhibiting, transforming your vision to a perfect order of function. I think very well. Now, the eyeballs are filled with the divine energy or peratral, and it transforms your vision to a divine one where you have the mightiest force and the highest consciousness with perfect order of function everywhere in everything, and you have divinity within you and also outside you, and the entire field of the place around you is filled by a peratral, and everything is becoming divine. Now, with this peratral filling your eyeballs and penetrating into what you see, the vision, the your energy which is coming out of the eye is divine, and you are able to have divine perception with the supreme intelligence and order of function. Everything comes to order. And when you see somebody, and the perceiver person in front of you is receiving the divine consciousness and vision to them, and they relish the divine force coming from your divine eyes. And when this divine energy from your eyes enter the people in front of you into their eyes, the divinity works, the disorder disappears, order prevails, the health improves, and anything other than ideal health is getting transformed because of the your divine energy imprint into them. Not only you become divine, the people around you also they become divine. And whatever pain is there, disease is there, according to Maharishi, the disorderliness of the circulation is the cause for pain and disease. And with the energy coming from you, mingling with the people in front of you, they receive this divine energy, and with resonance and synchronization, they also become divine. The disorderliness disappears, and the pain or whatever inadequacies in their circulation becomes corrected. So they get relieved of their pain or disability or disease, and they also become pure to enjoy perfect good health. And it is the divine energy which has filled your eyes or passing through the people whom all you see, and the divine qualities enter into you. And because of this divine energy filling your biomagnetic field, you your body you are perceiving differently. It has become totally healthy and divine. And the earth miracle is almost filling the entire field within you and around you. These changes produce an emotional drama. What all you see embraces order, and anything other than order gets submerged, immersed in the divinity, and they also acquire the divine vibrations, and they become totally this thing. The The changes with order in your biomagnetic circulation and love and compassion and all divine qualities. It this divine impact in you changes and produces a new sensation with order and divinity. And we have the divine vibrations, the delta frequencies, the least frequencies of 0 to 4 fill, and they are more calm and divine, and they fill the core of your body from Muladhara to Sahasradhara, and the entire body is filled with the divine energy. And what comes out of your eyes is the divine energy. On which objects it falls, they are also coming to synchronization with this divine energy, and they also become healthy and pure. And the ideal state prevails all over. The transformation which has taken place by the entry of the Aratperatal divinity within you and around you to totally transform you from the normal person to the divine person. And with the characters of the divinity, whatever you see and touch, everything has a change of the frequencies of the biomagnetic waves, and they all become divine, and a totally disease-free state with absolute power, order, and totality. You have the divine energy within you and without outside you, and this is the just by allowing the your biomagnetism to come into contact with the universal magnetism, and with your sankalpam and command, the energy around you, it becomes pure and divine. And now you see the energy spreading from the eyeballs into the ears and through the auditory canal to the middle ear and to the internal ear. The temporal bones house accom- accommodate your ears, and the internal ear occupies the inner portions of the skull, namely the petrous portion of the temporal bone, and they come very near to the brain stem, allowing the statoacoustic, the ear nerves, to fill the brain stem and radiate divinity all over. And this transforms the auditory system, which is in synchronization with the multilateral totality, and we exhibit the perfect health, the absence of any irregularity anywhere in our body. And these changes you have not experienced before. Your vision has become divine, and what voices you hear, the auditory system is playing to the divine frequency, and you are almost synchronization with the totality, and everything is filled by the absolute space, and the transformation is complete. The ear apparatus, the middle ear and the internal ear cochlea, and the internal ear with its nervous connections are all immersed in divine vibrations. And the result is they are also transforming your ears to this thing. And whatever you hear is only the divine nature and vibrations transforming you to the universal core, the divinity totally. And this feeling is similar to the one which the Vrindavan had, where Krishna was with his divine flute, letting out the vibrations, serene and divine. And the what was the impact of the divine vibrations? It is totally transforming them to divine vibrations. The gopis could see only Krishna in everything and everywhere around them. And their thought was filled with divine this thing. So this is the strange uh, experience of the Vrindavan, and which was the most ideal experience one longs to have. And with their divine vibrations, the Panchabhutas have become static, and you have the entire atmosphere changing onto the totality. The experience, the mind, the thought are all divine, and you have no words to explain them. In the same way, the ideal delta vibrations, when they spread to the tongue, the taste buds are also getting intoxicated and imbibe divinity, and it gives a different experience to the individual. The perceptions are different and the inference is also different. They understand what they eat, the taste of it, and they are able to indulge in eating to the point of meeting the requirements. No excess food is taken, and the hunger satisfies when the energy required for the body is imbibed inside. The food taken in by the tongue and the influence of taste buds, they all operate only in the field of divinity, and nothing other than divinity is there around you. And like this, almost all the five Panchabhutas, right from eyes, ears, tongue, skin, and smell, all become divine. And the simple meditation of these five sense organs transform the entire body magnetism into divine magnetism, and we become calm, and all the vibrations which we have are divine and nothing but the divine. And the nature of the divinity, the static state where the change is not there, and they remain as they are without any change. And this takes you to the ultimate purpose of your life. The individuals, living beings, becoming one with the totality, with no other vibrations other than the divine vibrations. The absolute space with increasing surrounding self compressive pressure force has a decrease in the frequency from beta to alpha, alpha to theta, and theta to delta. And from delta, 4, 3, to 1, and from 1 to the decimals of the 1, fractions of the vibration of 1, it settles down to static state where you become one with the totality. And this is the impact of allowing yourself to be, to mix with the divine vibrations, the and to attain the state of no change, purity, perfection, and health. And this transformation is achieved simply by allowing the divine vibrations within. The divine vibrations respond to you. You consciously attract them, suck them into your body, and spread it across the body to fill the entire thing. These vibrations, these being delta waves, the vibrations are the least from 40 to 0. The 0 to 4 are the most slowest, densest, and heaviest, with least vibrations and with the least the maximum divinity. You acquire them from these things, and this entirely transforms you. When you don't have much change because of the power of the changeless, ever existing divine waves. And this is possible by submitting yourself to the most powerful Almighty, and it takes you to the source. Mm. When the divine waves and the delta frequency fills in the body, everything is trying to have less changes, less vibration, more static nature, and changeless permanency is preferred, and this is becoming identical with the divinity. When the frequency of the spinning system of magnetism comes down from 40 to alpha, 7 to 14, theta 4 to 7, and delta 0 to 4, and ultimately to settle in less than 1, and nano frequencies, stationary waves, waves which doesn't exhibit any change. They are this thing. So Maharishi's system of meditation, the sky system, when the frequency slowly, steadily comes down, the energy which is settling in the root of the axis, namely the Muladhara chakra, steadily rises automatically with reduction in the frequency to the Agya and Turiya, and from Turiya they raise up to the Turiya Theta, where you become absolute space totally and one with it. The changeless, the problemless, total freedom, everything divine, and no doubts, no questions, no difficulties. Oneness prevails, and we become one with the totality. So that is the ultimate state of the Panjendriya meditation. And with this, we will conclude our meditation. Nothing more to achieve. When you have achieved the zero frequency, when you have become one with the totality. So that is the ultimate, and we have come to the final point. All. So we are concluding our inner travel right from the periphery of the body, where our vibrations are 40. We steadily count down to beta to alpha, alpha to theta, theta to delta, and delta to static state of absolute steadiness and free from all deforming forces. Let us have some interaction